it is undoubtedly the case that we have now taken over the past 5-6 years approximately 10 trade missions down into Pakistan. We visited Islamabad, Karachi, Sialkot, Multan, Lahore, and so on. And of those 10 trade missions, probably about 150 businesses, I have yet to have a company come back to the UK and say that there wasn't business to do. Every time they've come back with the opportunity to do business, and they say so. And the important part about perception is that one happy person tells 10 other people. And that is the perception we have to get across. And the reason we continue to do these missions, the reason we get the support that we get from our colleagues in UK Trade and Investment in London, in Post, here in the region, is because there's the recognition that we need to do that. Pakistan has, I think, one of the youngest populations in the world. Is that not the case? I believe that there's something like 70% of the population is between the ages of 18 and 25. You're in the youngest city in Europe. Birmingham has the youngest population, and it's a dynamic population, and there is so much transfer of knowledge, transfer of fact of who we are and what we do. We have a vast multicultural community here, and there is obviously the synergy that works. We know that because we take the missions. We have the people. The fundamental concept about meetings like this is to give the British business community the opportunity to understand what's available to them for Pakistan. Pakistan is, I won't say it's an unknown market, but it's not a very, very well-known market. Meetings like this allows the community to learn from experts, real-time experts. We have case studies here today of people who have been to Pakistan, who've worked in Pakistan successfully, and enjoy the opportunity of doing so. Pakistan is a big market. There's a lot of people there, and it's growing. It's growing in population, and it's growing in actual economic data. GDP in Pakistan is estimated to grow next year by about 4%. If you look at the troubles that Europe has in the Eurozone today, 4% is a considerable margin. Bearing in mind also that Pakistan has a growing middle class has far greater disposable income, they've got money to spend, and they want to spend it on quality goods. And we would like to believe that the goods and the brands available in the United Kingdom will be available to Pakistani consumers. They'll have choice. At the same time, Pakistan produces a lot of quality work themselves, and we import into the UK substantial amounts of goods. So what we're talking about today is two-way trade. We're not really talking anymore about import, about export. We're talking about working together in order to further our communities and our economies. That's what it's about. I've taken a total of, I think it's 12 trade missions over the past 7 years to Pakistan, and I can tell you now, without any doubt at all, that the businesses that we've taken, about 150 perhaps, I don't think I've had one that's come back and said it wasn't worth going. The majority will have done good business. Inevitably, there'll be one or two who didn't. That's the way of the world. You can't always do business. But we've broken the perception that Pakistan is a difficult market to go to. Any market has its challenges, no question, but it's as valid market as any other.
I thought it'd be worthwhile just giving you a practical case study on how to use these platforms. I mean, you've probably heard of the PBTIF, the Pakistan Britain Trade Investment Forum. You've heard of, obviously, the Birmingham Chamber. You've heard of IPTU, lots of acronyms. What do they actually do? How can you use them on a practical level? I'm sure all of you are thinking, how do I utilize that platform and engage in some business in Pakistan? Ultimately, I mean, that's what I want to do, and I'm sure you do as well. So what did we do? Back in September last year, it was a brainchild of various people, but predominantly driven by clients of mine. What do? I'm a corporate finance lawyer in a city law firm in London. I represent quite a few of the bulge bracket investment banks, so I work with Goldman Sachs. So I'm not going to name drop, but some of the big guys, JP Morgan, some of the mid-tier guys, Jefferies, and some of the big accounting firms, KPMG and so on. And in particular, I work with the mining entrepreneurs, the mining companies, so the BHPs of this world, the Vales of this world, the Rio Tintos of this world. And for the last 10 years, what have we focused on, or what have I focused on? I focused on Africa, is taking investors, taking companies, taking organizations into Africa to commercialize some of their untapped mineral wealth. And how do we do that, or how do we do that? It's by bridging the gap between these markets, these emerging markets, and the London capital markets. I think I'm very pro these types of investment events. I think it gives not only Pakistani companies but also British companies to sort of interact, network, for Pakistani companies to showcase some of the opportunities that are available for investment. And the key from obviously a UK-Pakistan perspective is obviously to increase bilateral trade. The aim is to increase it to £2.5 billion by 2015, which, as we all know, is not too long away. And the key is obviously, as I said, just to promote investment, improve the misperceptions that some businesses have of Pakistan, to hopefully raise the profile of Pakistan, and ultimately to get some of these delegations to go over there and to experience opportunities at a first-hand basis, you know.
Nadeem sir, you mentioned about the raising the profile. That's what exactly TV Apex's mission is as well, right, to raise the profile and image of Pakistanis, and you see all the beautiful things about Pakistan through a web-based platform, which is TV Apex. What do you think about this kind of platform? Because we're not an analog TV, digital TV that needs to be subscribed or to be seen in certain territories. It can be accessed internationally as well, and it's for Pakistanis.
Absolutely. I think organizations like yourself, I mean, particularly through a web platform, obviously offer global coverage, you know, a wider audience, an international audience. People, obviously, particularly the younger individuals amongst us, obviously use their nets on a regular basis, and I think this is a medium to tap into them and hopefully to make them aware of some of the opportunities that present themselves.
Chris, would you like to share with us your comments about the benefits of such events and conferences that happened tonight, this evening as well, and then your experiences with Pakistan and what kind of work you engage with when you come as a foreigner, as a British person to Pakistan? Actually.
Yeah, so the biggest hurdle I had to overcome with both my family and with the board was the perception of the security problems in Pakistan, which turned out to be totally magnified, I suppose, by the British media. We're now doing business with an agent in Karachi who's got offices in Lahore, Islamabad, Faisalabad and Sialkot. We do customs clearance, we do delivery throughout Pakistan and Afghanistan as well. And the visit to Pakistan was basically to try and find the right agent to meet our needs and our requirements, but also to develop the business and to push it further. And today's event is really about getting the name of Chambers and Cook across as being the freight forwarder to work with when you're exporting or importing to or from Pakistan, and also promoting business and trade with Pakistan as well to the local Midlands community.
So what was the purpose? The purpose of you being here tonight, and then you share the experiences with the other gents and all the audiences tonight? Is that what you were here for?
Yeah, it's really to share the experience and say, if I can do it, anybody can do it, really. And it's about getting up off your seat and actually maybe joining a trade mission and getting out there and actually meeting the people in Pakistan and probably some of the warmest people I've ever met in my life.